What is up, YouTube? That's here, bringing you guys round 3 from the recent premiere challenge I made Top Cut with Butterfree in Portland, Oregon a couple weeks ago at Regionals. We are going up against Tyson in today's game. I think, like I said, this is round 3, but his team is going to be Tapu Koko, Nihiwego, Celesteela, and Lele, and I'm sure we'll get to the other two as the series goes on. But my team that I'm going to be bringing this game is going to be Focus Sash Butterfree, Choice Scarf Bulu, Assault Vest Arcanine, and Fighting Him Z Kartana. I don't think I've used it that much, but it's going to be Fighting Him Z Kartana, and this game is going to be showcasing why I think the move Sky Drop isn't always the best move to use. I know there's a lot of people using it because it became so popular at Portland Regionals, but when you know they're going to Sky Drop, you can kind of outplay a little bit because Sky Drop, as you guys know, picks up a Pokemon and kind of takes it off the board for a return, and then drops it and deals a little bit of damage. But it doesn't deal damage against flying types, which is a little aspect that a lot of people don't really know about the move. So we're going to hop right into this game and start things off against Tyson. And I remember like playing this game, and he kind of like thought he outplayed me, but I outplayed his outplay through the use of Rage Powder and totally just bodied him for it. So we're going to see Tapu Koko and Nihiwego being his lead here against both my Butterfree and my Tapu Bulu. Personally, I think like I have a huge advantage here. You see he starts Electric Surge because his Tapu Koko is faster than my Scarf Bulu still, because even though Bulu has a Scarf, it's not the fastest Pokemon in the world. So right off the bat, instead of going for Tailwinds or Tailwinds or Sleep Powders, we're just gonna go for Rage Powder. We're gonna redirect any threats into our Butterfree slot. Threats like a Sky Drop, which picks up Butterfree. And I went for the Wood Hammer just in case, because like Sky Drop at this point was still relatively new, and a lot of people hadn't really been using it yet. And he goes for a Sludge Bomb on my Bulu, and he chuckles like, like I'm gonna lose, like I misplayed, and that's I got punished. But in reality, he's about to get the whole game turned upside down on him, because I'm gonna send out my Kartana here. Remember, this is a Fighting Him Z Kartana, but I don't want to reveal it unless I have to. Now, obviously, since his Nihiwego is life orbed, he's going to protect to block my attack. And that's really no big deal. So it lands. And obviously I just Smart Strike the Nihiwego just to keep it honest, but Butterfree lands and Tailwinds. And remember, my Sash did not get broken because Sky Drop does not deal damage to flying types. And I feel right now, since I do have a Tailwind, I'm in a very, very nice position. He's going to hard switch out his Nihiwego for Celesteela, and Celesteela is a great switch in there. Would obviously block a lot of that Smart Strike damage, which is obviously just going to come in and keep him honest. And then Butterfree is free to go for a Sleep Powder on Tapu Koko, and I'm faster than Tapu Koko because of the Tailwind. And so you can see he has like Tapu Koko, Celesteela, Nihiwego, and my Kartana's about to be getting a few Beast Boosts here, because I can put pretty much everything to sleep for the next few turns of the game, and Kartana's just going to acquire all these Beast Boosts. And remember, there is a terrain on the board, so these Leaf Blades are just going to be dealing a massive amount of damage. Like, I go for the Leaf Blade on the Koko, and thanks to the terrain and stab boost, we just one-shot it, and it's gone. Tapu Koko is gone, and it lets us get a Beast Boost, and this is pretty good so far. So remember, Celesteela did protect, so it blocked my Sleep Powder, which really isn't the end of the world, and at this point, since I do have the +1, I could one-shot the Celesteela with my Fighting Him Z, but remember, this is a best of 3, so what I want to do is preserve the hidden item on my Kartana. I want him to think my Kartana is sashed for as long as possible, so I just go for the Smite Strike on the Nihiwego slot, picks up a second KO, and I go for the Sleep Powder on the Celesteela, who, if you remember, protected last turn, so his protect's on cooldown, which means he has to eat the Sleep Powder. So remember, first turn of the game, I got played and lost my Bulu, even though I was keeping him honest, and set up the safest possible Tailwind and just sent out Kartana and just rolled this guy over. So Celesteela's asleep, its leftovers are still activating. My Tailwind finally peters out, but I think this is like his last Pokemon, right? I think it's his. Oh, he has the Lele. He has the Lele, another Pokemon that is still slower than my Kartana. And another thing is, he still probably has an advantage if this is a Scarf Lele. So I Rage Powder. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna I'm just gonna Rage Powder to potentially redirect a Psychic, which he does use, and I'm still preserving the potential Sash that my Kartana doesn't even have, and of course now he sees it as on Butterfree. But I get a KO on the Lele. This is 3 Beast Boost for my Kartana, and it's just popping off. I don't even have to reveal. Well, I guess no, I don't even have to reveal my last Pokemon. I think it was Arcanine, but I never even have to use it, do I? No, I think I use it later, but I mean, you get what I mean. I'm denying so much information, and it's just the Kartana is just running him over. And I could have just went for the Z move right here, but I'm just gonna Rage Powder. I'm gonna Sacred Sword. I'm just gonna Sacred Sword twice. I do not want to reveal the Fighting him Z. Like I think it's very important to keep that hidden as long as possible. We also see that he has Flamethrower, and Butterfree totally did its job. Like Butterfree ran away with this game and set up a tailwind, used multiple Rage Powders, and I feel that I'm really playing well. You know, you can tell when you're playing well when you block every sort of comeback that they could potentially even mount. You know, like he sent in the Celesteela, tried to go for like multiple protects and wait me out. Then he sent out the Lele, and I'm like, well, even if you are scarfed, I'm gonna Rage Powder just to keep you honest, because Psychic terrain boosted Lele from a scarf would still one-shot a Kartana that does not have a sash. So I think that was a pretty good game one. So Butterfree and Bulu totally rocked game one. Let's see what they can do in game two. Alright, so we are going into game two. We are going to be going with Bulu Butterfree again. We're going with the same four, Arcanine and Kartana. He's going to be mixing it up a bit. He's going with Lele and Celesteela as his lead. Looks like he's deciding to bring Koko and Nihilego in the back. So we have the exact same Pokemon on both sides of the board. We're going to hop right into this one against Tyson, and I think I remember exactly what happens. But, I mean, Butterfree is just so good. I mean, it's so refreshing to be able to use my favorite Pokemon in a competitive setting and actually like style on people, because I think that last game that was totally style. I got 4 KOs with a Kartana, all thanks to Butterfree. So in this game we have Butterfree Bulu versus Lele and Celesteela. So right away, we see that we know the Lele's Choice Scarf, and he still doesn't really know anything about my Bulu. He has absolutely no idea. So again, I can just go with these Rage Powder plays again. And he's forced to pretty much double into the Butterfree slot, and it's going to let my Bulu get a KO up on his Lele, and then, you know, I can send out a Pokemon to check his Steela. So I haven't like watched this replay beforehand, but I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happens. So yeah, we Rage Powder, we get the Lele coming in and getting KO'd, and then where the Celesteela is going to get a Flamethrower onto the Butterfree, it's going to get a Beast Boost, but still, I mean, the Scarf Lele threat is gone. And remember, Scarf Lele is one of those Pokemon that threatens my Kartana. So, and also, since remember I do have Arcanine in the back, I can come in and just check that. So we also see Celesteela get a special D-Boost, which is no big deal. Arcanine can come and just body that. So he's going to come in with his Tapu Koko. Remember, this is a potential Sky Drop Koko, and oh yeah, I think I make really, really good plays this game. Like, it's really driving home how much you can outplay Sky Drop through this type of play style. And I don't want to give spoilers because we're doing these entry animations, but remember, Sky Drop goes based off Koko speed tiering, and it could be a Scarf Koko or it could be a Sash Koko. Either way, we're going to go for extreme speed because it's obvious as hell he's going to be picking up my Arcanine to preserve his Celesteela. So we get that big damage in, and, you know, we kept it honest with the Wood Hammer either way. There's no reason to Scarf Wood Hammer a Celesteela. Just in case he didn't want to Sky Drop, he just would have gotten KO'd. So, again, the Arcanine hitting that Tapu Koko is super good because now he has to release us from Sky Drop, and we're just going to body him for it. We're going to go for the Wood Hammer. Wood Hammer's going to finish up the Koko, and then remember, since his Celesteela didn't protect, since he's trying to get the KO on that Bulu, Sky Drop doesn't just skip my turn. It makes it so, you know, it releases me on Koko's speed tiering. I still get a chance to attack, and I can finish off the Celesteela. So, I mean, I really think he's learning the mechanics of Sky Drop through these games, and he's not really wrong in the way that he's using it. But I am really experienced at playing against this type of play style, and, you know, delaying moves and using moves before and after it just moves like Sky Drop, like Dig, like Quash, and I'm very familiar with how he can get around those moves in certain scenarios. And he probably still felt like he was decently ahead, because, you know, Nihilego was good against Arcanine, but I have Kartana, the magical Kartana, at the very end to come in and just seal the deal. So I won round 3 against Tyson. I feel very, very good. And, you know, like I said earlier, you know, I was having a really rough tournament. I lost the first round against Colin. But then I'm starting to climb back. You know, this team is a very fun team to play with when you are playing well, and especially when you get in your opponent's head and just outplay them multiple times. Feels good, man. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the games, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.